There's a lot of friction that's preventing us from uploading videos to social media and to YouTube. And typically, what we hear, the objections as to why people don't want to upload, are number one is I don't know what to say. Okay. So I don't know what to say is not a relevant objection anymore because now you have an AI assistant that's learning your business every single day. It's creating memories for you. It has your web address, it has your company information, and you can ask it to go generate a script for your ICP or ideal client profile. And you best believe it's going to create that script for you. Okay. Now, the second objection that we hear when it comes to uploading videos for YouTube or social media is I don't feel comfortable being on camera. That's objection number two. I feel like I have a face for radio, and I feel like someone told me once that I'm not good looking enough to be on video, or someone told me that I don't know how to present well, or I don't know how to communicate or speak well, or I stutter, or I have too many filler words, or I attended Toastmaster once and they said I was a neophyte, and we hear all sorts of things, right? So I'm here to tell you that all of those things are solved with some repetition and a system. Okay. So when you record your first 100 videos, all of a sudden you get into the 100 video club where now you don't feel that sense of awareness. You don't feel that sense of discomfort or anxiety or doubt because you're comfortable and you're in the zone. The way that I always recommend people to get over that voice in their head is to detach themselves from their ego, in fact. And I say that with love and compassion. But when we detach ourselves from what we are feeling and the doubts and the fears and the uncertainty that we are feeling, we now can connect ourselves to our clients, okay, to our audience, to our community. And we can say, how can I fulfill my purpose and how can I help other individuals? Okay. How can I help people to do what they want to do? Because that is why I'm put on this planet. That is why I have all my training and all my experience and my education and my credentials and my business and the investment that I've made and the team that I have supporting people. How can I help other people? So when we root ourselves in helping other people, now all of a sudden we don't really care what we look like. We don't care if we're having a bad hair day or whatever if we don't feel like our skin looks perfect or the lighting doesn't look perfect, we can detach ourselves from that, and now we're creating content, and frankly it works better because there's a human connection here. People feel that authentic connection with us if we don't always look pristine and fully polished. Okay. So that's objection number two. Objection number three is I don't have a system. I don't know how to upload the videos. I don't know how to sort of do the technical aspects of it. Well, the great thing is that you're here in this room, and we just showed you that if you record a video on the Dub desktop app or on the Dub mobile app, or actually on the Dub website using the webcam, you have a teleprompter in all three of those channels. You have a technology that's going to auto title your video. You can add a description to it. We're adding auto description soon. And then you can click one button to upload your video to YouTube because there's a direct connection. That's pretty powerful. I feel like we've addressed all of the objections. If there are any other objections as to why people don't want to record videos, I'd like to know about them in the comments or the chat because we'd love to figure out how we can work with you, either through coaching or through technology, our two favorite things. And then please note that anytime you record a video on the Dub mobile app, please note that anytime that video is recorded, it appears in your library. So these are videos that I recorded with the Dub mobile app. I can use the Dub mobile app. I can use the teleprompter. I can use the multiple clips and even the auto cut feature, which we can show in a moment. And then we can actually take that video from our phone and upload it directly from our phone just by clicking on the icon and then clicking on the share button in our phone. So hopefully you can see that. And then here are all the sharing options. iPhone and Android, they're all in there. YouTube, Instagram, X, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever you use, the upload feature is directly there. Okay. The auto cut feature is also another thing that's really powerful. So remember that objection that I said earlier, where people say, well, I feel like I stutter, or I feel like I use too many filler words, or I speak too much. Auto cut is a feature that's going to take your silences and it's going to automatically cut those out to make your video actually very short and concise.
Ever pause a lot when you're recording videos? Here is the best way to remove all the pauses and go right into the dialogue that you want to go right into. And it's right on the Dub mobile app, Dub app, Dubbapp. And it's called the autocut feature. And this is how it works. So let me share my screen here and let's look at how we do this. Okay, so here is the Dub mobile app. Again, Dub app right here. We're going to record a video, blue camera button at the bottom. It's going to open up our camera and we're going to record a video by tapping the circle at the bottom to begin recording. And we're going to record a video where I'm taking pauses like this. What is the best way to get your message across very clearly? You want to use the Dub mobile app, number one. Number two, you want to make sure that you're using a teleprompter. Teleprompters are good because they're so effective at getting the words out the way we want them. And I think it's one of the best ways to go. So check it out, Dub app. So I had a number of pauses there in my video when I was creating. And pauses are good sometimes. They're cool for emphasizing something when you have a good little pause. But we're in a world now where we want information so quickly, so succinctly, and so straightforward that we need it delivered as efficiently as we can. So what we're going to do is we're going to tap this clip below here, and we're going to select the edit button that you see right there in the middle. And then inside here, this scissor icon right up there to the right, top right, that's called autocut. And we select the scissor icon, it's going to remove all of the pauses and jump right to the next piece of dialogue when I'm saying it. So I'm going to tap it here. Boom, that quick. See how fast that was? It was like magic. So now when I tap it here, all the pauses are going to be removed and we're going to play it. And this is what it would look like. Get your message across very clearly. You want to use the mobile app, number one. Number two, you want to make sure that you're using a teleprompter. Teleprompters are good because they're so effective at getting the words out the way we want them. And I think it's one of the best ways to go. So check it out, Dub app. Now, how cool was that? So it removed all those different pauses that we had, and we're able to get that message across very succinctly. So whenever you're recording a video, if you're being kind of pensive, you're thinking about stuff, and those are okay for certain kind of videos where you're doing that. But in terms of getting that messaging really quickly and effectively, so someone's getting it right there in their normal rhythm in terms of how they get information, which a lot of social media videos, even sales videos, have that kind of jump cut, smooth kind of feeling it to it because you're getting right to the next piece of information. That's something you can do right there from the Dub mobile app. And there we go. And that's how you do that. So if you're not using AutoCut, that's on the Dub mobile app right there.